Hello everyone, my name is Abisheka, lecturer, Department of Home Science. The first chapter, that is Concept and Scope of Home Science, will be discussing today. The very first chapter in regard with your first year syllabus is Concept and Scope of Home Science. Hope none of you would regret for opting this subject, but I would say that you have made the best choice in opting this subject, because I know that many of you would have selected this subject for the reason that you are finding difficulty with mathematics, and home science is quite an easy subject to deal with. But I would say home science is definitely easy subject, but then you have lot many things to learn and study. Why? Because it is a combination of many applied sciences and interdisciplinary fields, and you'll be able to get to have a knowledge of many aspects in regard with science. So please don't regret, but at the same time, by having an education of home science, you'll be able to have your own personality development, as well you'll be able to help the community as well as your family in maintaining their well-being. Initially, many definitions are there for home science, but home science is an interdisciplinary field of knowledge with focus on food and nutrition, fabric and apparel designing, human development, resource management, and communication and extension. So these are the branches of home science. Home science is the application of many sciences and arts towards achieving better, healthier, and happier homes. This is one of the simplest definition. But as per one of the scientists has defined it as, that is Rajamal P. Devdas, defines home science as a synthesis of all the fine arts and sciences interwoven harmoniously to foster and nurture the physical, social, cultural, and spiritual development of the individual, family, and community. As I said, you'll be in a position to not only develop your personality, but also you would be of great help to the community, society as well. And it is the combination of arts and science together. So it is a beautiful combination, and definitely once you get to know about this subject, you will be in a position to help the people who are in need in regard with the branches that are associated with this subject. So here, home science program and its goals, it is nothing but the aims of home science education. So what are its aims? So here you have food, nutrition, and cookery. You'll be able to have much and more knowledge about foods, and also certain nutritional aspect, and in regard with cookery, household management, exactly how you can maintain home, or how exactly you can maintain the resources that are available, for example human resources and non-human resources, utilizing those resources, how management can be made. Then textiles and clothing, most of us are very much passionate about dressing ourselves. So in that aspect, so present era is too very much towards textiles and clothing, isn't it? So you'll be having more knowledge about this textiles and clothing, health, first aid, and home nursing. So even here you'll be able to understand about your own health, and how first aid can be made, and also certain aspects in regard with home nursing. Child development, mothercraft is put together into and human relationship is put together into human growth and development. These two are clubbed together and made into human growth and development. So you'll be able to understand much and more about how the development takes place from infancy to old age, and also the motherly care, or the pregnant women or the lactating women, how the physiological changes that takes place, and also the physiological changes beginning from neonate, or the very infant to the old age. You can make up many you can make out many changes, physiologically, physically, cognitive changes you can notice. And then the very new branch that is fixed to this subject is, that is extension and communication. Even extension and communication, it aims in personality development and your interrelationship with the community. So, goals or the philosophy of home science, what it is. So, solve problems in one's own personal development, participation in family activities, and adjustment in the family. I think presently, most of the generation kids don't like spending more time with family. The reason is they are very much into media, they are very much into social networking. They doesn't want to, or they don't want to spend enough time with the family. So here, by studying this subject mainly helps you in spending much and more time with your family, as well as in trimming your personality. uh, so in grooming your personality, this subject mainly helps you to deal with those aspects and lay foundation to build happy homes. Yes, most of the families are struggling to have peace, love, and harmony among them, isn't it? So, here this lays the foundation to build happy homes and prepare for career and vocation. So, obviously, there are many job opportunities if you study this subject. And goals reveals classroom experiences, home experiences, and community experiences. So here you have classroom experience as well as home experience. Not only these two fields, you can also have an experience with community as well. Utilization of modern science to improve home living. So obviously we apply technology, we apply scientific methods, we apply all other interdisciplinary branches of science in making much and more improvements in our home living. Research to increase information and knowledge. So in this subject too, R&D, that is research and development, is taking place in a very higher rate, and you can make out the changes, and also you can find many more articles in regard with home science and its branches. So here they increase the information and knowledge by having more research work. And utilization of time and energy to make life more worthwhile, that is in regard with family resource management. Family resource management through the availability of human resources and non-human resources like time and energy, how worthfully you can utilize those aspects in maintaining family resource. And then appreciate values, creation of proper attitude, knowledge of facts, and formation of appropriate habits. As I told you, it helps you in nurturing your personality, in trimming your personality, in grooming your personality, and not only yourself, but also you can have a very peaceful and harmonious relationship in and around you. The recent needs of vocationalization of home science, national investment, potential job offerings, tremendous increase in student populations, varied areas of specialization. Earlier times, home science, many of them had a misconception that it is only in regard with home management, cooking, and just like home servings, or taking care of home, or cleaning home, or washing vessel. uh, that is all they had. But now the present generation hope they have enough knowledge or information in regard with home science, because your national investment, see, most of the central organizations have this subject. So that is another important thing, like CFTRI, DFRL, you have NIE, where National Nutritional, NIN. So National Institution of Nutrition is present. So that is in Hyderabad. See, National is investing its money in developing this subject. So obviously, the subject has a major role in the society to play. and potential job offerings. So you have many job offerings in different fields, whether it is teaching field or technical field, food industries or hospital field. You can have enough job opportunities when you opt this subject as well. And then tremendous increase in student populations. Early times, I think many of them were hesitant to opt this subject, but in the present era, I think most of you, and I really appreciate people who are opting this subject, and there is increase in the student population. Why? Because I can correlate myself with it, because when I opted this subject, the uh, strength was too less, but now I can make out it has increased to three-fourths, and I'm glad. So then varied areas of specialization, you can do specialization in this particular subject itself, as there is five branches. So you can specialize in each branches. So that is in regard with vocationalization of home science. So here objectives of home science education to foster the growth, all around development and well-being of the individual, families and communities. So obviously it helps in looking forward towards more growth and development of the well-being, that is particularly individually, families and communities, and then utilize the findings and advances of science and technology. As I told you, this subject want to utilize the new research that is made in the research and development. Develop the ability to manage homes and families to achieve happiness in families and overall well-being of the society. Develop aesthetic sensibilities, that is mainly concerned with beauty or the appreciation of the beauty, or a set of principles underlying the work of particular artist or artistic movement. So it mainly helps you to be in a proper organized way. So that is in regard with develop aesthetic sensibilities to prepare for career in related fields. So it is not alone that you study this subject just to get rid of mathematics, but hope you do have a career opportunities, because make sure that you proceed in the very same subject. It is not that you just want to opt this subject, finish it in second year and leave here itself. Make sure that you do specialization in the same subject as well, so let it not go in vain. So, the scope of home science education, the development of home science education reflects cultural and social pressure that are evident. So, it is need based, like professionally oriented and focused on holistic education to assist and train families and communities towards improved living. So, that is why. It is very important for us to understand the scope of home science education in the context of growing pressures in the work environment and external world. The family takes the responsibility and plays a significant role in shaping the citizens of tomorrow, isn't it? So everywhere you go, I think the very first question that arises based on your personality is what kind of upbringing have you got through your family. So that will reflect, isn't it? So it is very important to nurture yourself amongst the family. And then home science subject highlights the importance of home and its ecosystem for making better human beings. The family is the main factor which protects the individual from all external forces and provides the right type of atmosphere for children to grow into strong and independent personalities. So, home science then becomes the key subject in shaping individuals. Thus, the importance and significance of home science education, as we discuss below. So, the first one is the use of scientific knowledge in managing home life. So, great advances have been made in the areas of health, nutrition, textile and clothing, human development, housing, and managerial skills, which the homemaker requires in day to day life of managing and maintaining the household. So, before, I think one would consider as homes, like housewife or the homemaker, as the very easiest task. But I think you and me can very much correlate with our moms, or I as a working woman, and at the same time taking care of the family, how far it is difficult to maintain household necessities or household management. So this subject, or the scope of home science, is where it mainly helps in maintaining some of the health, nutrition, textiles and clothing, human development, housing and managerial skills. And then it is essential that such knowledge and skills are made available to every homemaker to create a healthy, happy, and enriched family life. I think we have to apply some of the scientific knowledge. Earlier times, our ancestors, they did have knowledge, but not like the present science that we apply in each and every aspect of day-to-day being. But then they did utilize some of the scientific methods like germination or fermentation, which enhances the nutritional value of food. And also they utilized some of the technical methods like making rotis, or how exactly they ground the food into powder. They did use some of the methods, but now what we do, instead of using the normal firewood, we use gas stoves. Instead of using those chakki, that is to powder the like exactly to make flour, we are using blenders or mixers, where again science and technology is applied. We are using chimneys to, or exhausting fans to get out the smoke that is filled in the home or in the kitchen. So we are applying some of the science, and which is mainly helping us to ease in our task too, like washing machines or fridge, refrigerators we are using in order to ease in our work. Then use of available services and facilities. So here modern day society has changed a great deal in terms of availability of various services to each and every household. Moreover, use of modern technologies, its maintenance and management also is of great importance, which home science education fulfills. So, home science education empowers an individual to make the best use of available knowledge and skills for the optimum functioning of homes and betterment of the family members. So, not only you are utilizing, but then you also have to have knowledge and skill to maintain it. Okay, you are buying a mixer, you are buying a refrigerator, you are buying a washing machine. It is not that you spoil it in a fraction of a month, but you make sure that it is well maintained, and it at least it remains with you for the guaranteed period as well, so that you have enough of knowledge and skill in maintaining them. Then economic necessities. So here it also helps you in fulfilling some of the economic necessities like savings. Mainly, it gives you knowledge about savings, exactly how you can save through the resources that are available, or and also like managing some of the resources like time, energy, money. So it also fulfills economic necessities as well. And then managing day-to-day family affairs. Human relations are undergoing tremendous changes during the last few decades due to breakdown of joint families and traditional values like senses of belongingness and family values. Ethics are severely affected these days. So I think earlier times most of them liked to be in joint families, but due to their necessities, or I would say selfishness, or having and wanting to spend more time privately, what is happening is they are getting segregated into nuclear family. And once there is nuclearity, there is less member in the family, and less care, less love, less understandings can be noticed, where the values are also lost. The values are also lost. So this mainly helps in managing day-to-day family affairs as well, and prepare for a healthier and purposeful life. So where it also has where it also provides you the knowledge about maintaining your health and nutritional status, where also it provides you knowledge about first aid and certain aspects in regard with medicine field. It also helps you and also prepares you for a healthier and purposeful life. That is, it tries to provide a wholesome knowledge and attitude towards promoting optimum family health, nutrition, child care, home decoration, use of clothing, elderly care, management during risk and eventualities, as I mentioned. So it helps you to get through all these things, or maintain a home decor properly, or also nourishing your child with a motherly care, and also like taking care of the elderly person or who is old, and maintaining each and everybody's health and nutritional aspect, and also having a far-sightedness in facing the emergencies or the risk factors that may arise in the future. Then family life education. Here, home science education helps in preparing for homemaking and the development of right values, appreciation, and understanding for better family life. As I told you, so family life education. So it is very important to maintain a very peaceful and harmonious atmosphere in the family. Otherwise, it will definitely in turn affect the growing generation or our offsprings. We may not be able to give them the proper upbringing. Understanding oneself and others is the basic essence of family life. So, under this family life education, what it does, it mainly helps you to understand oneself and others is the essence or the basic essence of the family life. Moreover, it helps us in careful weighing and balancing competing demands and making intelligent decisions. So a very good decision making is also important in maintaining a very peaceful and harmonious family. One wrong decision may arise some fight or quarreling among the members of the family. So, right decision is very important. Decision making is very important. Home science recognizes homes as the foundation of human development and integrity of family as an inevitable requisite for the establishment of homes. So, it mainly helps you in building a very happy and a peaceful family. As we continue, home science has five disciplines or bifurcated into five branches. First one is a family resource management, or it can also be said as resource management. Resource management is an evolving field which concentrates on effective and efficient use and management of resources. Knowledge about housing, interior decoration, work simplification, sanitation, renewable energy sources, fuel and energy management, waste recycling, and water management in relation to environment with appropriate technologies available for better living. So, family resource management mainly helps in maintaining or managing the resources that are available, whether it is human resource or non human resources. That is, utilizing your own energy, skills, or aptitude, and with that energy that are available, and with that sources that are available in the nature. So, managing those resources, one can have a very good harmonious life. So see, money is a non-human resource. Human resource is what? Your skill and knowledge. Like maintaining it well. Money, when you apply your skills and knowledge to it in expanding it in a right way, you will have some money to save and you can face the future. So that is how you manage. And time. Time to applying your knowledge and skill and managing the time properly will help you in achieving your goal. So that is all about the resource management. And the second discipline or the branch is the textiles and clothing. Here under textiles and clothing is the study of fibers, yarns and fabrics used for clothing construction. It's nothing but simple, just like how after constructing a building, what all things that are needed: bricks, cement, mud, sand, and all other infrastructures or all other materials that are needed to finish one complete building. In the very same way here, even for one full completed cloth, the cloth that is constructed, even it has its own materials to be provided. So studying about the fiber, yarns and fabrics, certain terminologies in regard with textiles. So we'll be able to get more knowledge about those aspects. This science enables to apply knowledge and explore the method that would be beneficial for textile and related industries. Example, care of clothing, wet processing, fashion concepts, creative designing, apparel construction, marketing, merchandising, quality control, and textile economics. So under this branch, you will be having knowledge about all these aspects like care of clothing, exactly how you have to wash cloth. Wash cloth, your mom will apply some soap or put some in detergent or wash in washing machine, or mechanically she may wash, but see, care is must. For example, how cotton cloth has to be washed, how woolen cloth has to be washed, what detergents to be applied. Certain detergents are hard, certain detergents are soft. So in that case, you will be having some knowledge, and see some cloths will have a dyeing effect, where after dipping in the water, what will happen, it will start losing its dye. So exactly how to have care about those, and especially when you are pressing or iron your dress, what amount of heat has to be supplied, those all comes under finishing processes. Again, coming to wet processing, here how dyeing is done, there is chemical method, mechanical method. And for fashion concepts like for each age group, what kind of dress one can wear, creative designing like apparel construction, where you have you get to have knowledge about basing stitching, embroidery stitches, merchandising, quality control, and textile economics. So these all aspects you'll be getting to know in this discipline. Next, food science and nutrition. Here, the study of food and nutrition includes the component of food analysis, biochemistry and metabolism, nutrient in relation to health and diseases. So here you will get to know the definition of food, why food is necessary to your body, and how it helps in maintaining a proper health of your body. So those aspects you'll be studying, and how it functions in your body, or how absorption, utilization, or digestion takes place in your body. All those aspects you'll be studying or getting to know about those aspects in this branch. Next, coming to the fourth branch, that is human development. Here, human development is a study of different domains of development throughout lifespan. The major purpose, if studying human development, is to understand child's care, development, education, guidance, special needs of children and adolescents. See, under human development, you'll be having knowledge about different domains, in the sense like physical development, social development, psychological development, emotional development, cognitive development. So, all those different domains. So, starting from conception to old age, you'll be getting to know about those aspects. So, all the physical, psychological, mental or cognitive changes, or social changes, emotional changes that takes place starting from the conception to old age, you will have knowledge about those things. And also the care and concern about one particular child, how guidances can be given, a special need of children and adolescents is provided. The fifth branch or the fifth discipline is extension education and communication. Home science extension is an applied science which aims at bringing about changes in behavior of people through dissemination of science and technological information in the areas of home science. It aims at developing competencies among students for reaching out target groups and communities and facilitating them to secure rewarding careers and vocations. So here, extension education and communication is where you utilize your education in communicating yourself with the society or with the community, and applying your knowledge and skill in regard with home science, what you have studied, and getting into the same field and serving it, or doing your vocational studies or getting a job in it, and serving the very same subject and transferring that subject to the other people in the society or community. That is about extension education and communication. So, how choice of vocations can be made? See her teaching. In almost all schools, home science and home science related activities are taught, for which teachers with educational background of home science are required. Home science teachers are required in schools and degree colleges. Beside this, home science education, polytechnics, industrial training institutes of hotel management and caterings, etc., are in need of home science teachers, and training centers of Anganwadi workers and other community workers also require teachers from field of home science to run hobby classes or teach small groups in all vocational areas of home science. For example, tailoring or embroidery or any other painting classes or handcrafts. Small classes can be run by home science teachers as well. So these are the job opportunities. Next, preschool and creches. Here, women participating in income generation activity outside the home has led to the need of childcare outside the family. So once mother starts going and starts working outside, so who will take care of the kids? So by opening a preschool or creches, so home science teachers, why? Because they have learned about human development, how care can be shown to the infant. So they can open creches and take care of the parents who are in need of taking care of their kids. Children usually require care by adults till they are 12 years of age and should not be left alone at home with the basic knowledge of child development. The home science graduates can run child care unit like daycare center, creches, nursery school, and after school centers. There are a larger number of jobs in this area. Wage employment, Anganwadi workers, supervisors or Balwadi worker or manager, nursery or preschool teacher, nursery school supervisors or principal, self-employment creches or daily care centers, nursery schools or preschool. So if you really want wage employment in the sense in the form of salary, you can get into those works. If you want to have self-employment, then you can have nursery schools or creches opened. Catering could be provided to fulfill needs of the society where you are studying about family resource management as well as food science and nutrition. Both helps in maintaining this catering. Service could be extended for parties arranged at home. The trained professionals can also undertake catering service for people who are working in factories, offices, and do not have time or arrangement to cook meals, particularly unit day meals. So I think catering is nowadays has a greater what do you say? It has they are very much in name and fame, and many of us are in need of online. We book and we buy the food. So that is how. So catering, when we plan for some ceremonies or some functions, we book a catering so that they will come and take care of the food which can be served to the invitees. Wage employment, cook, waiter or waitress, manager. Self employment, canteen, cafeteria, restaurant, tea shops, contact catering services, mobile catering services can be done. Food preservations, like preservations of vegetables and fruits in the form of pickle, jam, jellies, marmalades, etc., could be undertaken. It is one of the major areas for employment, and it offers the following jobs like wage employment, production supervisor, like doing your own pickles, doing your own jams and jellies. So that is one way, like quality control assistance in some of the industries, food industries, you'll be given a job in that designations if at all it is vacant. For example, brew, Tata Tea, Nestle, food industries, where you can get into in some of the quality control assessment, or instructor of the community canning center, in charge of the community canning center, laboratory assistant in the community canning center can be done. Or self-employment is production unit of processed foods, or hobby classes can be made. Bakery and confectionaries, you can open your own bakeries, like the home science students can set up confectionery, ice cream parlors and bakery. They can use innovation skills to develop new products with high nutritive value. It offers following jobs. So worker in a bakery or supervisor in a bakery, self-employment, owner of a bakery, or hobby classes. Like nowadays most of them have opened YouTube channels, isn't it? Like exactly how to bake a cake, how to prepare kalmi chicken. So they are introducing their skills or hobbies or habits in the form of video through online or through social network. Social welfare and community programs, social work, home science students study a subject extension education which creates new opportunity of employment in social work and community program. For example, as it is mentioned, under government sectors, you are sent as a social worker in training some of the pregnant women or lactating women, or in areas where there are some malformation or malnourished or malnutrition nourished kids. So, giving them more knowledge in how one can develop their body in a healthy way, or one can take care of their infants in building a healthy body of their infant. So social workers, like also sometimes Anganwadi teachers, where they take care of the kids in training, giving education, and also providing them good nutritious food and making them healthy. Wage social workers, research assistant, they also work with any institute which are working for women, child, old people, youth, drug addicts, and alcoholic welfare. So even here you can, so NGOs, non-government organizations, so even there you can go and work and help the people who are in need. Cell phone counseling services, conduct research can also be done. So interior decoration, home science students also study a subject, resource management, which undertakes the study of managing the home economically and effectively. It also covers the interior decoration. It gives a training to students about it. It offers following jobs. So here, under family resource management, in your second years you'll be studying very much in detail with interior decoration. It is a vast chapter, but then it helps you in building a very organized home within, and also like to portray your home in a very decorative way, and you can apply this in supporting or in helping some other people in decorating their homes too. Wage employment, interior designer, furniture maker, self employment, interior designer, furniture designer, or furniture maker. Textile designing, as we just discussed under the disciplines of home science like textiles and clothing, here it implies weaving, dyeing, printing, etc. of textiles. Wage employment can be carried out by a person in his own factory or shop or production unit, or he may be employed by someone. Example: spinner, dyer, weaver, printer, knitter. Nowadays, don't we go and seek of dyeing our clothes or getting it like dry, dry clean. We do our clothes dry clean, and we sometimes even darn our clothes if somewhere some damages happen to our clothes. How exactly one can take care, and also we also give it to people who iron or press our dresses. Or knitting can be also put as a habit, or crochet working can be done. So these things come under textile designing, like how you can increase your vocation. Self-organizing hobby classes in the tie and dye, batik, fabric painting, etc. So fabric painting, if you have your own paints where you can do your painting, printing, and also tie and dye method, which can be taken as a hobby classes. So, and then garment designing and making, it is also broad area of home science for employment opportunities. It offers following jobs: wage employment like manager, production assistant, pattern maker, cutter, supervisor, dress designer. Self employment, see nowadays the designer, dress designer has are in more fame. They are very much in seek, they are very much in need of, because everyone wants to wear nice dress. The one which we have, we don't want the others to wear. So designers are also very much in need. And self-employment, tailor, you can become a tailor, dress designer, finisher, boutique owner, garment decorator, hobby classes. Now most of them have opened their boutique, isn't it? So that also can be put under self-employment. Then comes housekeeping, wage, room attendants, laundry attendants, supervisor, caretaker. So you are taken in all other institutions, like particularly under housekeeping or under management. Jobs are available in hotels, motels, airports, hospitals, office premises. Self is like owning guest houses, contract for maintenance of office places, running laundries, commercial places, public interest like museum, parks, art galleries. Thank you.